Skull friends, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna play some Outer Worlds today. I'm gonna bring Tristan out with me for the first time, and maybe do Marisol's companion quest, and then get that thing for the rifts. I don't know. We'll see what I have time for today, but let's get into it.
Those chattering teeth, that frost-burnt skin. Looks like someone just checked Cloister off their sightseeing list.
I'm going back. I'm not done there yet. Yeah, I think that was what I was planning to do because I'm at Golden Ridge. I'm gonna try out Tristan. As far as I know, he hasn't given me a companion quest yet, even though it sounds like he wants to find out what happened.
That statue is of Matriarch Alexandra Verick, founder of the Protectorate. I'm shocked the traitors haven't defaced it.
Okay. So we need to go to... I haven't exactly right. Okay. Matriarch's Mercy. And the only thing is I hate his stupid helmet. It's even worse than Niles. So alright, we're just gonna do that. Next time I play through, I'm going to do this right. I really botched helping these people here. I did too much before coming back, apparently.
So many dead. Place is falling apart.
Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings. Talk about close quarters.
Just be grateful for what you have. So many lives needlessly lost. An avoidable, predictable tragedy.
God, you don't have to rub it in. Jeez. By the time I got like all set up, my coffee's already cold. Oh well. Not sure where to go to get to where I need to get to. I think I can go. Okay. I think. Nope. Nope. Let's see. Hopefully I can. I think I'm gonna have to go in here first. I don't see anything. Alright. An auto dock? I already used it. Okay. Damn, apparently the auto docks you can only use once ever. Alright. That's so cool. I love shit like that. One of these is a door that goes somewhere, right? What the? And then this is where I came in, right? Yeah. What the hell? Unnecessarily confusing. Oh, hey. What happens if we go through here? We can get in that room, first of all. Which is a bathroom. Oh, never mind then. Moving on. That doesn't go anywhere. I'm sure I went to the area because there's a lot to this place, and I bet I need to go through that original entrance. So the first entrance we go through. Yeah. I wonder if I need to go upstairs or just keep going this way. Alright, it looks like I just need to go this way. Oh, back to these two? They left already, right? Or, oh no. Looks like they did not have a good conclusion to their discussion, or someone killed them? Damn.
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais' research is now.
There were two anchorites in there earlier. I see only one body.
They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted.
They were.
No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. We should ask her. Might be some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to.
Damn, that sucks. I thought they had a good discussion going. Man, I hope at least one of them lived. The one that's missing. Oh. Well, this looks like a way in right here. Damn. Blunt force trauma to the head. Alright, what does this say? You flip past hundreds of dense entries full of calculations and notes of arguments. Chow was apparently working up for future debates before finding something relevant to your investigation. Later entries mention regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who claimed evidence of innovate. That is not a real word. Innovativational. That is not a real. That is not a real word. They do this all the time. Okay. Means to shortcut the solving of the universal equation. After noting the method's highly unorthodox nature, Chow wrote that she found herself shut out of further discussions, leading to the routine scenes of tense awkwardness when Southworth dropped in a marked shift in Brune's beliefs. Use the shortcut. That sounds kind of like the Anais's work. In the final entries, Chow appeared worried the two were conspiring about something and noted hushed references to an old order research station near Paradise Island named Point Obviation. That's where we probably need to go next then. She began to believe the Brun intended on abandoning the monastery Anchorhold travels there. Chow wrote that when she confronted her cellmate about her suspicions, Anchoress Brune responded that the idea of leaving the Anchorhold was not one she considered lightly, to which Chow contended that to consider it in all proved a lightness of consideration. In the nearby margins, a +1 point me is scrawled. Her final entry ends on a note of deep concern, writing, I can clearly foresee that whatever the two have planned may soon occur. They served me right for putting theory into application the other day. A series of manifesto-like musings from Anchoress Brune have been pinned to the chalkboard. Most of the comments rail against the current order regime, while others extol the virtues of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. One passage toward the end stands out in particular. The universal equation should be our primary concern. All else is distraction, farce, and needless prolonging of suffering.
I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered.
Sure.
Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloister mate Anchoress Brun has some explaining to do.
Yeah, I don't think Brun is necessarily all that innocent anymore.
A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the laureate council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that the order has lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something. That they'd mentioned an old order research station.
Apparently they were. I mean, it appears to be that they were.
I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow, but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And the disputation reads like a call to arms for any fringe thinkers in the order. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinates
Agreed.
on Eden, place by the name of Point Obviation. There's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We're past that. The research is out there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea.
Alright, what do you mean?
This is the exact sort of work we did at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection. Diverting problematic events. We learned how to best respond once things begin to spread. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground.
Fair enough. Back to the ship then?
Yes. Time to seek out Anchoress Brunn.
What do you think, Tristan? Have any
Let
thoughts?
us proceed with due haste.
Okay then. Just look around to see if there was anything else. Kind of really looks like Brunn killed Chow at the end of it all. Seemed like they were having an honest to goodness debate too until this happened. Alright. Let's just... You have to be so loud, Tristan. My gods. This is a beautiful room right here. Like, I gotta take a screenshot of this. This is beautiful. Like a courtyard kind of... Whatever you want to call it. I'm sure there's a more proper term, but I like it. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Back to the ship. Which is... Oh, I have to leave here. Okay, fine. Fine. Yes, we came in through here. Can I leave yet, or do I need to... Yeah, I need to. Go back down the elevator. Look at the view from here, though. Like, look how high up. Oh shit! Oh what? Be careful there. Okay, let me save because I want to get myself killed here. I'm just trying to look. Stay behind the barrier here, but maybe I'll come over here and look. That might be a better idea. Look at that though. Look how high up we are. Man, that's crazy. Wonder if you can look through, oh. Oh. Alright. Back we go. Alright, I'm sure I can leave now. Yes, the incognito. I don't think I can open anything yet. Yeah, I have 3 keys.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would.
Absolutely. Let me save, and then maybe now you'll give me your quest.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of
Oh.
utmost importance I wish to discuss.
I didn't do it.
Relax, Commander. You are not under my authority to judge. Though if you were, that phrase alone would have certainly seen you hauled off to mental refreshment.
Exactly
I received
the
a
problem.
message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the Vox Relay on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul.
Okay. Your friend wants to meet you at the Vox. That might be a little difficult as I kind of launched it into space.
I suspect you refer to the relay's recent launch. Virgil
Yeah.
likely expects to meet with us at the base of the facility. It does seem
Okay.
a strange place to have a reunion, but I trust Virgil has his reasons. I doubt they've anything to do with the perfidy that recently occurred there. Ha! I sincerely expect not. Much like myself, Virgil has been trained differently from the average Arbiter. His approach differs even from my own. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act, and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior.
Huh.
It is
Imagine
a
that.
novel, albeit strange, philosophy.
Right? May want to try some of that yourself sometime.
The onset of war has tested my previously held notions most thoroughly, but an arbiter holds to their values. I believe Virgil feels the same. Whatever the case, Virgil awaits us on Paradise Island, Commander. I hope we shall find time to go there.
I think it's acceptable to alter your values based on circumstance, evidence, learning a better way. There are acceptable situations in which that could occur. But now I kind of want to do his quest because so I can get him his upgrade. So yeah, let's do that then. Oh, Point Obviation is also on Eden. So, cool. They both want to go there.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once.
Yeah, I'll leave their helmets off. I really hate his... He actually looks okay without his helmet on. Just looks fucking weird as fuck with his helmet. Alright. Box relay station. Here we go. So I haven't used this gun yet, but... Okay.
Stop right there, Arbiter Rao. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to sentinels or the Consul.
Yeah. Consul's goons know what we're doing. Maybe more in for more trouble than expected.
Your friend is wise. I constructed the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not be arriving. I recommend you lay down your weapons.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
I'm not against that at all. Let's see. I'm assuming we might be able to ask him that later. Right now, it's, you're outmatched and outnumbered, Sentinel. Perhaps you should stand down.
Suffering the ignobility of retreat from my duties is as severe a crime as defection. Both of these arbiters can attest to that.
Beware what you say. These sentinels deal in trickery and subterfuge. It would be safer to kill him than to discuss his surrender. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
I'll let them
Your
talk.
explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
Actions does Tristan have to explain? The arbiters acted with impunity.
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate.
Right.
My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
I'm not sure what I can do here, but I could say this.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Okay. I'll go with this one.
You don't look like a scientist.
Yes, I do, actually. The automatic mustache waxer. How I mourn them. I love that one. I invented the automatic mustache waxer. You keep that from the Consul?
It's true. I tested it. Then I used my facial hair to kill an Anti's choice officer. It was grisly.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
That's convenient.
We don't. We never should have started speaking with him in the first place. This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow Sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation.
Okay. Hidden room, eh? Even the Protectorate's got things they don't want seen.
I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this Sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be
Agreed.
of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
Yeah, you seem awfully pleased with someone about to report a failure to their boss.
If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks. That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
Didn't seem like a righteous path. Better take the path of least resistance.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post. Yes, but never for long, and it's been many years. I also have no recollection of any hidden room, so we may have some hunting to do. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Cool.
I shall make certain no other puppets of the Consul yet seek us. On your way.
I've only visited Oculus collating post a handful of times, and that was long before its deprecation. But something is to be found there. I'm sure of it.
I haven't really explored around here. Didn't really have the opportunity to. I'm going to take a quick bio break. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Let's see. Anything interesting on this computer? Oh. Umberto. Okay. What's in here? This music is so Fallout 4, it's crazy. Nope. I already went that way. Alright, let's go back down this way, and what's the... That's where we came in, I believe. So what's this way? Alright, I want to go explore over there.
Yeah.
Sealed, huh? Yeah, that's just gonna take us back up to where... Okay. Now let's see where this Oculus collating post is. Is it on the same planet? Apparently not. Okay. Oh, I feel old today. Not like super old. This isn't like a really bad day, but it's... Okay. I guess we'll continue. We might as well do this. Totally seditious speech. Mete out judgments accordingly. Shuttered years ago, largely obsolete in the face of new subject monitoring technologies. Okay. I really love space, I do. This game doesn't spend a lot of time in it, but I like that it does a little bit. If there is anything left, it might be a lot of auto mechanicals, but we'll see. What kind of grenades am I using? Gloop grenade? No, it's...
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. What in blazes? These security measures should not be operational. And the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Great. And of course, could shut it down. This is why I like having lockpick and hack. But I digress. And this is madness.
Well, this would be a most ignoble place to end up. Ready to dispense judgment!
Oh. Come on.
Check your scope for performance analysis.
Oh. Oh, I see. Sealed. Alright. Well, I got past the death trap there. Yes. Okay. Cool.
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops, lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered. It seems our intelligence was correct. There's clearly a door here, and I would hazard that we'll be able to open it somewhere on station. I find this entire situation suspicious. Protectorate engineers err very infrequently, and an error as extreme as this room's presence should have been rectified. But I digress. We should make sure the station is at full power. If there's an override, that's the only way it will work. Let us go. I feel a strange sense of nostalgia being here, and I do not enjoy it.
The light helps, but it's almost too much. That's the reactor room.
Is that A footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
Security center. Alright. Try to figure out which direction we should go first. Let's see. And then what's over here? That's sealed. That's sealed. That is also sealed. Alright. This looks like the way over here then. Is there like a way to turn off like the bobbing when you walk? Because normally I don't mind it, but in this game it's annoying. Oh man, I could have been playing on quality this whole time, more than likely. I'll try it out. Probably under gameplay, but I wonder if it's motion sickness mode. Whatever. No big deal.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
Honestly, I feel like the game looks the same for the most part. But I can feel a distinct lag, you could say. Honestly, it looks the same to me, but it feels better on performance. Hey, here's my lucky trait.
Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Okie dokie. There's a hodgepodge of half-erased statements, notes, and scribbles all layered on top of one another. It's difficult to make out anything legible, let alone useful. Seems algebra. What does this do? Where's this going? Okay, I just had a look. Oh, you know what? I wonder now. Okay, that was the door that was... Okay, now I can get into the door that was over here, too. Oh, it's a bathroom. Alright, let's save. I'm sure this is going to trigger something.
The reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me... Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
Oh, what was that I just got? Huh. I think that's fine the way it is. All right, let's try it.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
None shall
Stand against us!
Adversary multiplicator at ready status.
No. Oh.
Of the authority of the Sovereign. Mitigating the threat. Locking them down.
Electrical dampeners failing.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small and well hidden. Ah, I think I've spotted it. Look there at the valve beside the sickly yellow pipe. There behind the room's main pillar.
All right, let's go.
There. I'm certain of movement below. Gird yourself with determination, for it seems I was correct about another body being here.
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it. Oh! Wait. Oh, no.
Stay whatever fool words you ready in your defense, for they shall avail you not. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait. I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Cadet Rao.
I knew this man when I was still a cadet. Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him.
Hold on. We should interrogate him first, yeah.
That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible.
Huh.
I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions.
I think, yeah, you're just playing into it.
I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses. May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know. I don't even know the name of this station.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
Wow. Yeah. Seem more capable spies digging ditches. Kinda doesn't seem like he should be here.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, you may be right. Whoever hired him must not have known about his addled mind. They were moving quickly, desperately.
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you.
I pity him.
I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not.
I think it does matter. Right. That's kind of like what I'm thinking. He's just a pawn in someone else's game. What would killing him serve?
My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here.
Should we? Technically, we're also trespassing, aren't we?
That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury. I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously.
I don't. Does the phrase gray area mean anything to you? I don't think it does. But hope you never accidentally tread on someone's foot. You'd be booked for assault. I'll go with my background choice here.
We are presented with the rules by our leaders. If the rules are not there, we are not to follow them. That is how I was taught. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point.
Good. Said my piece. Spare him.
It is fortunate you have gained my trust, or I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Be gone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you. Without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I,
Thank you.
in my present state.
Allowing a Sub-Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a Protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for first.
Fine. God, I need to go to the bathroom again. Oh, coffee seems to go right through me. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm back. You know, I really wanted to be like a gunslinger. But I guess because I use PTD so heavily, I'm more of a scientist, but using a westerny kind of pistol. Oh well. Alright, let's see what we can discover here.
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Okay. Deleted. Supreme Arbiter Andros.
From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa. I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified.
Good.
My role does not allow for mercy. I am supposed to uphold the Protectorate's laws. How can I claim thus if I allowed a traitor to go free? To me, there cannot be. That is, there isn't. That's not possible, and I cannot afford to think of it as such. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
I think he could come around. I see potential in him. Otherwise, I would not have accepted him on my crew. Alright, I assume we have to get out of here first. Oh, just picking up on the pressure plates. Oh man, look at that thing. Suspiciously delicious. Oh man, really? We're gonna open this now, but I don't really see anything to prioritize here, so I'll just open this. Yeah, see, it looks cool, I bet. Too bad I'll pretty much never replace the armor I'm wearing. Yeah, I really like the way that looks. This looks okay too. Such a shame. One of these days, I'm not really being a true gunslinger, I think, at this point. But one of these days, I'm going to do a build where I am, and I'm going to focus on aesthetic more than anything else. I think I'm good on ammo. Ooh, new upgrade available. Okay, cool. Finally, Tristan. Let's see. We'll go with that for the armor. And I think we'll do plasma for the weapon. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, let's go talk to him.
Let's try this again, Rao. Auntie is bringing the free market to Arcadia. The free market is what allows anyone to choose their path in life. The free market is good.
Free market. Ah, preposterous. If it were free, anyone could take what they wished at any time.
It ain't free like that. It's free in the sense that it's been liberated from outside control. Like the Earth Directorate, or your sovereign. Folk can buy what they want, when they want.
What if someone needs something they cannot pay for?
Then they are free to take on work until they can pay for it. Look, in our society, we ain't limited by ration cards or clearance levels. Only by our industriousness. Inspiring, right?
Yes.
Ugh.
The idea of the multitudes needing to slave for basic necessities is truly inspiring. Feelings of revulsion.
I am with you on that one. That is one of the good things about his society, but they do have the right idea about some things. How do I change my camera view again? Excuse me. Yeah, whatever.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared.
Not quite, but...
No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent was an odd wrinkle, but that still does not fly in the face of what I believe. Potentially. In the past, the locale was shared equally between us Arbiters and the Consul's Sentinels. However, considering the traitors crawling throughout the rest of Arcadia, I fear what duplicity the Consul may have wrought at Central Control. Excellent. I look forward to it.
Alright, I think we should work on Marisol's quest now then. So I'm not ready to go to Praetor yet. So let's head to Point Obviation. Let me just dust up real quick on Pursuit. Confront Anchorite Burn. That's where she leads to abandoned research lab on Eden. Okay. Got it. Save.
Halt! Bye-bye. Cease any and all manner of perambulation. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The Endpoint?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchorus Brunn straight away.
Maybe if you call off your guard dog first.
Apologies. One can never be too careful while launching important undertakings. We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Nonetheless, I'd ask you to follow certain precautions. Will you heed all requests and vouchsafe for your colleagues here? Them being unknown to us and all.
We'll mind our manners, Exemplar. I'll see to it.
Then, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
This place reminds me a little bit of a place in Cyberpunk 2077. It was like on a water planet, and the station or place there was a lot like this, kind of like a big oil rig out in the middle of the ocean. Forget the name of the place though. Anyway, moving on.
Anchorus Brunn is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grass. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
This locale bears greater security and alertness than most Order strongholds. We'd best be wary.
Gotcha. Noted.
Is that Marisol?
The Endpoint herself. I thought she was a myth.
Let's be on our best behavior. Don't even breathe.
Huh. You have quite the reputation, Marisol.
Nothing to see here.
Let me see. Just in case. Oh. None of this is stealing, apparently.
This experiment seems a mite controversial, dangerous even, both in a physical and mathematical sense.
Your job is intimidation, not risk assessment. The Anchoress knows what she's doing.
Of course. Forgive me. I will look to math as a source of comfort rather than anxiety.
I kind of have an idea to do a run sometime with like using no unique armor or weapons. Just yeah, just like heavily modded regular gear, or modded as much as it can be anyway. I think that would be interesting too. It's just an idea.
I've got your numeral. Keep moving.
That helmet is trippy. Hold on, I gotta show my wife. Like, right? Plastic balls.
Look, everyone. It's the Endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
That thing is annoyingly loud, but okay. Always gotta take a look around first. That's what I do. Why is my flashlight not working?
Can't talk. Calculating an inverse complex sine function in my head.
I am a long-time vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado. I hope you don't mind me saying. Go on up. You're expected.
I knew the Order had its own facilities. But this... Where did they find the resources? What else have they done without our ken?
A lot. And they're better off. Interesting. Like a museum in here. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed. Orb of Pondering. Jeez. Orb of Greater Pondering. Are y'all jumping over the chairs or what?
Oh, who's this?
Remember me? I helped you and your colleague before.
Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchorus Chow's argument that violence is sometimes necessary. I admit I have modified my stance toward that more recently. I understand you allowed Seer Wiley to go free, yes? Once was a time I would have made that exact same decision. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? It was more of a disputation as a scholarly objection than a manifesto per se. But why quibble? Anchoress Chow is very much against it. Her accident was quite tragic.
Accident, huh?
You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? A truly unfortunate accident. I had posted my disputation and stated my intention to leave. We argued heatedly. Objects were thrown. She stumbled and fell badly. We tried to honor her loss. Such tragedy only underlines the importance of our endeavors here. Each day the equation remains unsolved. Countless more tragedies occur. We must succeed at the soonest possible haste.
I don't believe you.
Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation, and assiduous work. Yes, we have Grace, that is Exemplar Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the anchor hold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researchers' theories.
Really? Seer Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Isn't Bujold the one that... Isn't that Anais? Alright, let me clarify this. I knew it, yeah. That's Anais. Huh. That kind of lends me to conclude one of, well, let's just see what happens here. That's a good question.
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to join us immediately. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Yes, she's monitoring the experiment. I'll have elevator access unlocked so you can join her. Do please stay in the observation area, though. The work is quite delicate. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bougeaud's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
You have any thoughts before we go?
We'll find time for a private word after the mission.
All right.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press them to verify my settings. Thereupon, we will begin.
Splendid. While others pontificate, we act. I await word of our success with bated breath.
that's a huge calculated risk. Okay, Anais, what are you up to?
Head Intercessor Delgado, what an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you?
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again?
Okay.
I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. It's on me.
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help, or stay out of my way. You don't remember us discussing this before Winter's Grasp? Too many competing crises, I guess. All right. Years ago, I was kicked out of the Order for research deemed dangerous. A means of sidestepping much of what's presumed required to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations.
The idea was, theoretically, it would hurry the process along, so the equation could be solved in our lifetime. It was completely unorthodox.
Since then, I calculated what might occur if my work was completed. And there's a big chance of subsequent events leading to a universal end. So the stakes are everything.
When we destroyed the original copies of her research at Winter's Grasp, I discovered someone else was continuing her work, which led us here.
Okay.
The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful. So I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. I, for one, am certain. Even if I wasn't, now is not the time to dally. Sooner you start, sooner this will be finished. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brun will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it, so perhaps try to be careful.
I figured she might have been trying to sabotage it from the inside. I was really hoping that was why she was here.
Something wrong back there? Hello?
Okay.
What the? Something wrong back there? Hello?
It's Fibonacci, a sequence largely summoned to preceding numbers gives us...
I'm thinking maybe that wasn't a subtle way to do it.
Combat problem.
Hard to get in a good sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural logarithms.
I think I already messed up, honestly.
P and Q are true. P is true, or Q is true. A simple truth to determine times.
is the sound of science. Science going exceptionally well. I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
Oh well.
Gathering heuristics. Contraption inaccessible. Motion ceased on its own. May all solutions precede problems.
Oh. Alright, you know what? Where did I leave off here? Alright, I want to do this. I want to make sure I do this right. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Okay.
I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Hostile in proximity.
Good sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural logs. P and Q are true if P is true or Q is true. A simple truth table for turbulent times.
Wonder if I can find a weird looking rock somewhere.
Hostile nod.
So not this one or that one. So it must be this one.
Something wrong back there? Hello?
Remember how I mentioned to be careful?
Damn it. Fuck.
Empirical data required. No senses outside my control.
Hostile in proximity.
I'm no tenured archivist, but that sounds dangerously unstable. Oh well.
I'm able to stop it. I can be exercised out of reach, out of...
Okay.
All solutions precede Path to ascendancy is non-linear, so it says in the textbook.
Aha.
Anyone else hear that? No?
Best.
Be them, I see.
Okay, that's done. Okay.
Define recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. Fact-finding commences.
Fact-finding commences. Okay,
Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, do-do-do. Hard to get in a good sleep cycle. These constant permutations upsetting everyone's natural logarithms. Gathering heuristics. P and Q are
Artifact. Something wrong back there? Hello?
conjecture disproven. Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
perfect. Okay. Alright, I did the in-race settings. So uranium pump, microwave chamber, and okay. This should be it.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
No, we need to go this way. Okay. Save here. Purge oxygen and finish your experiment. Okay. Is that not it? I locked in the in-race settings, and I locked in the uranium pump settings. I know I did that. I did what I needed to do there. Alright, I'm gonna save. I already saved right there, so I'll attempt to do the Vitae sample thing, because it's not really registering that I've done anything.
So you join your faction, whatever faction you want, blah blah blah. There's a whole bunch to it, but basically there's three tiers. There's like the back line, the mid line, and the front line. The front lines are all big fighting.
I think it doesn't matter here.
Like a 1.5 bonus to points against the back line, less mid line, 2, 3, 5, 8.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance.
There are companies who basically get together.
Okay, well now it's saying begin the experiment, so hopefully I don't have a bug like some people say.
If you're done evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin. Commendable effort scrambling those settings.
Thank you.
Did it work? Did it work? See, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brun out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brun, but she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good. All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brun give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
Dishonorable skullduggery better befits Auntie's choice than the Order. If we must end this experiment, killing is the most respectable option.
I'm not arguing it's the best option, just that it is an option. Rightly or wrongly, I am familiar with the cost involved.
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated to uplifting humanity, not racking up a body count unduly. Our former department was shut down for things like this. Success isn't guaranteed. A fair degree of cleverness is required. But you would have the help of someone reasonably intellectually nimble.
I would be willing and on hand to assist, and the other option would remain if we botch it.
Seems reasonable. Appreciate you listening. Murder shouldn't be our first option here. Too many drawbacks, both mathematically and ethically.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the Endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet. Oh, how about Executioner Emeritus?
This isn't by, Marisol the Menacious?
Oh, I like that one.
All right now, all right. We should go.
Typical argumentation may prove useless. And she'll likely see through most attempts at deception. Be clever, unpredictable, surprise her. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchorus to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchoress realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results. And Marisol, do keep it control.
Okay. Well, I have lockpick and speech up to 11 now. Kind of want to put some points in the hack now, but I need to go to the bathroom. Oh. I need to go to the bathroom while I think about this. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. And,
Kill these two frigates, which just isn't happening. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Guess I could go with guns to get that up to observation. I'll focus on hack with, like, a science build when I do it, or something. But, yeah, let's get guns and observation on the same level here. Okay. So I guess I need to go up now? Okay. Yeah, I'll go back to Anchor's Run. No, just in time. Alright. Hopefully I do this right.
There you are. You saw the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, hmm? Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Was there a malfunction? Was there some error in the calculations? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. Really? In what way? Solving the universal equation demands considerable thoroughness, but also requires all possible efficiency. Though, that said, it's true that we must guard against skimping unduly, to any extent that might introduce error. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected, an anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. I miss her skepticalness and insight. If we could agree on a topic, there could be little doubt in its logic and rectitude. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom. Oh, is one of you a seer now? Because I put considerable more stock in the prognostications of the Order's prime mathematicians than I do any old run-of-the-mill soothsayer. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. That's both incorrect and rather mean. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling. Yet I remain unswayed.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. That is an interesting thought puzzle. As humorous as it is inapplicable. I remain unswayed.
We tried. Our fallback plan's our only option now. Head for the hatch.
What was that? You're starting to worry me. What do you intend to do?
Okay, I just don't have the skills needed. I just don't have the skills needed to do this peacefully. Alright. We'll have to do it this way then. So what hatch? Let's see. Okay. I don't have high enough skills to This game really forces you sometimes to like hyper focus on like one or two, three skills at most. I say no. More accurately, one or two skills to this point, severely gimping you in all other areas. I don't like that. Hi there, little birdie. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah, you're just a little critter. Look at you.
And the station right outside of that probably a lot of T2s, but it probably wouldn't hurt to put a little stock of frigates, and I'll do the research on where those are.
Alright, let me make sure this is what I'm supposed to do here.
Because I just noticed when I went to go buy the missile frigates,
Okay.
because I'm going to do missiles too, train up missiles.
That's all it. That's simple.
Because the first few levels are going to be 30 minutes an hour, 2 hours.
Sorry, Brun.
Fellow scholars of the Order, a tragic accident has occurred. During our recent experiment in Test Chamber Beta, we failed to recognize that ventilation systems had been left connected to Test Chamber Alpha. As you know, it had been recently refurbished as an enclosure for Ankaris Braun. She gave her life for science. Well, it's true that we found the related research deeply flawed, but she gave her life for the pursuit of science. As the experiment was a colossal failure, I, as senior scientist remaining, have determined we must abandon this inquiry and shut down the program immediately. Oh, such a terrible shame. Farewell!
Is there any way I can get in there now? So is that over? I want to get in there. I want to loot her body. Alright, she's already gone. Alright, let's get out of here then. Let's save.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Ankaris Brun falls prey to an unfortunate accident right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events are unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. It's her association with that department that has me suspicious here. Suppose you'll claim this was all just coincidence. A misaligned series of mishaps that simply appear to be your fault. The Anchorus was one of the finest minds the Order has ever produced. I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars. I could always choose for you.
Jeez.
Now, what is that?
Are you done? I know you're to blame. I just wanted to see how far you were gonna take this. I can't believe Anchorus Brunn fell for any of it. Fellow exemplars of the Order, come.
Okay, let's try that again. If it's gonna come to that anyway, I'm going to go with the route where we'll at least be buffed during combat.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. A key experiment.
That's
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado.
According to my field calculations, we are well past the point where we need to be delicate here. In fact, I strongly suggest we wipe the floor with these ill-notioned traitors, starting with this one, the arrogant know-nothing who led Anchorus Brunn astray.
This slapdash pretense is over. I knew it!
To battle!
Unforeseen factors. Associate assassinated!
That's pretty perfect. There's still someone alive. Oh shit. Aggravator. Assault rifle.
Was in various deep nullsec places in different parts of the universe. Deep out in nullsec, you can go to some of the NPC stations out there.
I definitely don't want to goad enemies to myself. But cool. I don't think I need to kill that person. She's just standing there crying. Oh, by the gods, dinner is smelling so good. I'm starving now. Alright, I'll leave you be. I can't kill someone just bawling their eyes out.
Your possibilities are limited.
Alright, let's see how this goes.
Unfriendly nearby.
Assessing. Random elements stand against us.
Ooh. Didn't expect to one-shot that guy. Oh shit.
A piercing as foreseen. Feeding on revenge. Progressing. At your word and your call. Proceeding forward.
Fortificator at ready status.
To within optimal position.
Taking cover!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
George Jacob! There, perhaps!
Taking cover.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Use that filament to jump back into high set. I think you're going to travel a few systems and get over high set, and then you can jump back down to high set, or into, out of.
Oh, I'm really surprised at how much I'm kicking ass here. I mean, I did just put some more points into guns, so. Are there more people down there? Nah, I think they all came up. Alright, let's get out of here, guys. Oh. Okay, she's waiting for us. Cool. I was hoping to get to talk to her again.
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Say, I know this was difficult and rather a mess, but you listened. You tried to do right before you did what you must. I appreciate it, the attempt. No matter how that may sound.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
I hope that Bouchol has not softened your instinct. We've many battles yet to fight.
I assume that she got her last upgrade, I'm guessing.
Commander, it's customary to evaluate results after a mission of reasonable significance. Would now be good? I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. We could have done better by Anchoress Brun. If we'd properly convinced her to abandon the research, I'd doubtlessly still lament duping her, but she'd be alive. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brun rears its head, it will need to get in line. Yes, Southworth was complicit. And now she's dead. I hope so, at least. According to Anais, we could have reduced the likelihood of that occurring by completing the brain off. It's not anywhere near zero, but it's unlikely. She seemed pleased that we at least attempted to address her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. No. There's plenty of credit and blame to go around. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Energy storage, what does that do? Oh, they all have upgrades available now. No. Sweet. Oh. Oh, I thought. Okay, apparently it's just Marisol. Okay. Let's see. I like this, yeah. Feel better.
Really tall radio TV antennas you see sticking out the front of it. That's what.
Oh, her cloak got changed.
With some thin, looks like solar panels on it.
I think her outfit changed some. I think this one's more useful.
If I'm not mistaken, they have a ship called the Stabber, and they should have an April Fool's where they make a bunch of funny, silly models for the ship.
Anti-Fizzo's citrus-related beverage.
Error. Currently unable to access customary greeting bank due to routine internal maintenance. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
Did you need something? May all our...
Yeah. Yeah. They actually have a ship like that in Star Citizen. The new alien ship.
Don't mind me, just hydrating my scales. Law, ain't that a sentence? Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Spiky bits on the front. It kind of look like blades, like knife blades.
Just checking in with everyone.
Still too many corporate bootlickers drawing air around here for my taste.
In Star Citizen, I mean, if you ram another ship, it will fucking get the but theirs probably is a little more resistant to it because it's made to bring them into it.
Adventure periodicals, huh? Oh, that's a good sign. Trove of information for anyone curious about the universe outside the Protectorate.
Well, you just make it like a kind of a
Little
tube shape on
bonsai
the ship.
tree.
It can be square, but the very, very front can be a tube shape, heavily fortified.
Why would the Supreme Arbiter have met with the Consul? Ah, no use speculating. We'll know soon enough.
Certainly. I consider myself an open tone. Virgil and I are just as close as any blood-related set of individuals. He is a true and able ally, one to be relied upon in almost any circumstance. We make extremely effective compatriots. Where I am swift to action, Virgil often contemplates his deeds before they come to pass. I fear this war favors myself more than him. It's a shame there may only be one supreme arbiter. I would enjoy continuing to work beside Virgil. But alas, it is not to be.
Okay. I honestly love her room. Okay, I think dinner's gonna be ready soon. Let me figure out where we're gonna go next. Probably finna work on
Seems to not be working the way we had planned. Maybe we should change our strategy. Nope. Keep bashing your face into that wall like just.
Okay, so that's on Praetor as well. I know he needs to go to Praetor. I want to acquire the Rift Anomaly Modulator, which is also on Praetor, I believe. Alright, let's go to Praetor then. While that planet looks ominous. Alright, well, so he has a quest there, and so does Aza. So maybe I'll bring him and Aza.
A short-range transmission just came in from Zeb. Sounded urgent. He's requesting we meet him at the tomb of the Matriarch, here on Praetor.
Oh, you
where
too,
the
huh?
Matriarch and First Sovereign are buried, supposedly. It's the Protectorate, Commander. What they say publicly and what is actually true ain't usually the same. Zeb left out the mission parameters, probably worried his message might be intercepted. Not unfounded, given the Protectorate presence on Praetor. He did say he'd reach out to us again if he needed help. Reckon we should take it as a compliment. Zeb doesn't trust easy. Anyway, I'd really like to go. If there's time.
Of course.
Much obliged. The sooner we can rendezvous at the tomb, the better. Got the sense that whatever's going down, it's happening now.
Alright. I'm going to end the stream here for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Even if it's after the fact, thank you. I'll be playing this again on Friday. See y'all then.